Hey everybody, welcome to this edition of Mind Your Own Business. Today we're going to talk about belonging versus fitting in. At church this week, we had this incredible speaker who talked about the journey from rejection to belonging. And along that path, how fitting in just doesn't work. In fact, fitting in is the opposite of or antithesis of belonging. So let's talk a little bit about that. So belonging is being accepted for who you are, for you. And fitting in is being accepted for being like everyone else. And I would put it to you, in this tribal time where we're all categorized, liberal, conservative, green, not green, on gun, pro-gun, pro-life, you name it. There are labels for all of us, and nobody fits a true label. You can be a lot of different things, but none of those things are you. They're just aspects or symptoms of you. And so fitting in is something that, if you follow scholars like Brené Brown, who I would check out her TED Talk, fitting in is actually a toxic activity. And whether you are being required to fit in your life, in your church, in your school, in your work, that's not a good thing. What great companies do and what self-actualized healthy human beings do is accept you for who you are. After all, you are the result of your journey, and I am not here to judge you. So let's talk about the workplace. And belonging in the workplace is each of our employees' sense that they are accepted for who they are, their unique, their skills, all their uniqueness, and they're appreciated, even treasured. And so there's a feeling that comes from belonging. Belonging isn't something that you can grant. It's something you have to earn. People need to experience it. And thus, when that occurs over time, they can bring their best self to work, play, relationships. So here are some tips. If you want to do some head work first, and then we'll do some heart work. How to create belonging in the workplace. Well, open communication. If there are interest groups, these generally, but not exclusively, are groups of individuals who in life or at work feel marginalized. And your role is to welcome them and embrace them. Empowering your employees, which is the opposite of this final one over here on the right, micromanagement. Diversity training that teaches people how to appreciate differences. In our Vistage group, we learn about the strengths of others and actually build work teams of owners and CEOs who have different strengths. And that is the basis of all diversity training. Understanding differences and, frankly, making us all better because of them. Do the internal work that's inside us. Do the work to be as good as you can be. We'll talk about that. Use inclusive language. Make your tech stack accessible. Technology isn't just the purview of a privileged few. Connect with others, particularly as leaders, and get yourself as leaders, or if you aren't the top of the organization, get them on board. And so these are some tips on things you can do to create an environment. Now, we all know that an environment is really created by us as human beings, and what we manifest, how we manifest ourselves within life and at work. So there's really two questions. Are you being the best version of yourself in service to something greater than you? Why do you exist? What are you here to serve? And are you living to that top ideal? If you're not, are you pushing yourself and focused on being the best version of you that you can be? If you died and went to heaven and met the person of you that was the best version, what would that look like? What would you see there that you can aspire to now? It's a great little personal meditation and reflection that you can use to attempt to vision who you can be. And then when you're there, while you're on that journey, you don't have to wait till you're there. We never get there. But when you have that manifested mindfully, now think about your company. What something greater does it serve? Who does it help? And does it really do it? And if you can bring meaning to the work and accept others for what they bring to serve that meaning, you'll have a very, very special place, and a place that virtually anyone would want to be a part of. So I hope this helps you today. There's more on this subject, and being the best you, following your arrow, all those things on my YouTube. And so feel free to check those out. I appreciate your time today. Take care, and thanks for watching.